my decision to wear number 24 is all for Zaevion. Everyone knows he's not here with us anymore, but his legacy lives on. He's a kid from Knoxville that loved the game of football. So wearing this number 24, I feel like his legacy still lives on the football field.
Did you ever meet him or know him?
Yes, I know him very well. Also know his brother, still talk to him. He goes to Fulton High School. He's a senior now, committed to MTSU. And he also wears number 24. So as soon as he found out the information, he texted me and just let me know that he was so flabbergasted by it and excited to see that I was also representing him. I just told him that I'm going to do my best to represent him as well as I can.
How long have you known the family?
I've known them ever since elementary school. I knew Zach growing up playing Little League around here at John Tarleton Park, also Zaevion, and Zaevion looked up to me. I tried to talk to him anytime I could, but unfortunately he's not here with us, so I felt like it was my duty to just represent him.
When did the thought hit you to wear 24?
Just when I heard about his passing away. We had a bowl game coming up, and it's too late for me to wear 24, so I had 24 on my towel. And I talked a lot to Zach about it. He let me know that he was going to also wear. And so I didn't want it to be a big deal. You know, I wanted it to be all about him and less about me just because it's all about Zaevion. So I know that he's looking down from heaven and is really happy about this, and I hope that his legacy continues.
But it was ever since you were in elementary school that you kind of knew the family, or ever since he was? So just make sure.
Yes, sir. Ever since I was,
Okay.
yeah.
TK, when you told the family that you were going to honor and represent the Vols' reaction?
They were excited, and I think they had a feeling just because they knew how special he was to this city and how much I love this city and how much I love him and his family. And just because he represented Knoxville so well and loved the game so much, and it was his dream to play Division I football, and that was cut short. So I feel like with me wearing 24, everyone knows what it stands for, and when they see that 24, they know that his legacy continues.
How did you find out about his passing?
Did you watch the ESPYs when he was honored with the operation?
I did, yes. I also talked to Zach, and he had a really good time out there. He got to meet celebrities. He had a little Snapchat with Steph Curry. But ultimately, you know, I wish Zaevion could have been there. But I know that if he was here, he'd be really happy. And just to see the legacy that he's left, and everyone knows his name around the country and also the world. So I think that's pretty special for him.
Was that emotional for you to watch that?
It was emotional, just because he's a great kid and had nothing to do with anything. He was never in trouble, just a kid trying to have some fun and loved the game of football just like any other kid would in the country. So I knew that he was a good player and he wanted to continue to play ball. So with that being said, I feel like he's continuing to play with his 24 on the field.
TK, keep looking at the cameras over there, but just talk about continuing that his story continues to stay in the spotlight through you, through his brother, through different factors. In talking to his brother, he talked about how important that was to them and their family, that people continue to remember him.
Well, yes, just the number 24, that's really how they represent him. 24 strong, long live Zay. Just a bunch of hashtags or sayings just to remember him, but really you don't need sayings. He has so much of an impact. You know, just to see his smile walking around school, around the city, around the community. He's in 100 Greater Black Men, which I was also in. Me and Josh Dobbs talked at that, and he was there, took a picture with us after, and it was all great. And then I heard what happened to him, so I felt like it was my duty just to represent him. And like I said, it's nothing about me, it's all about him. So I'm just trying to represent him any way I possibly can.
How did you, how did you find out about it? I guess I was looking for the guy, I guess, where were you, and how did you find out? And get the news, basically, what was your reaction at the time?
I was hanging out with Brian Randolph. We lived in the same apartment complex, and Evan Barry was also with us, and Eric called him and told him the news, and I was with them, and so I got to talk to Eric. Eric knew them really well, and I just told him how I knew him really well, and anything I could do to help, I do. And I talked to Zach that same night, and he was really shocked. He was still didn't really know what really went on. So I just talked to him, comforted him any way I could.
How shocked were you? I mean, were you know a kid for that long to see news like that? Goes through your mind at that point.
It's sad, and all you can do is pray that it doesn't happen to another kid. He's a special kid, and we're gonna miss him. But I feel like wearing this, I can at least show him a little love.
Todd, are there a number of your teammates that also knew Zaevion?
Not that I know of, just because most kids are from out of the city or out of the state. But me being one of the few local kids, I knew him and a lot of his other friends. My cousin also goes to Fulton High School. He's a freshman there, so he was friends with Zaevion, and luckily he also wears 24 on the basketball team, and that was before Zaevion passed away. So I feel like now everyone's representing 24, and no matter where I go, you see the number 24, and it just reminds you how special Zaevion was.
TK, can you take us through, obviously you were number 6, somebody else had 24, so I think Darrell?
Yeah, Daryl Miller.
Yeah,
Daryl Miller.
Take us through, I guess, how you came about getting number 24?
Well, I talked to Daryl, and I said, no disrespect to you and your number, but I really want to wear this in honor of my friend who was slain and murdered on the streets, and he understood. He didn't hesitate to give it to me. He just let me know I'll wear any number. Hey, thanks for letting me know. When he talked to Coach Jones, he was really open about it. He saw the ESPYs as well as the whole country. And with that being said, I went to Hawk, the equipment manager, and I told him, and they're excited to make the move. And next thing you know, I was wearing 24. It was good. It was very sentimental at the same time, just because he knew how much he meant to me, and he knows how much Zaevion meant to the community as well as his family. So me wearing 24 is a special testimony to his legacy, and I always tell everyone's like, you know, I thought you were gonna wear 6 your whole career, but when you think about it, 2 + 4 is equals 6. So I still have my number, but I'm also repping Zaevion, and that's what I love to do.
How important is the number, you know, to you? Not, you know, just wearing that jersey, having that on the jersey every single game. You know, how important is that going out in that number?
Well, I think it's very important. It's just showing how his legacy lives on, and like I said before, it's not about me, it's about him. He's just a kid that loved football and wanted to do anything he could to be on this next level, no matter where he was in college. So being from Knoxville and knowing him really well, I feel like wearing the number 24 just shows his legacy and his impact on the country.
Thanks, Steve.
Yeah.